Hey everybody, I promised you that I would videotape when I made these amazingly delicious ribs. And so I'm going to try and do this because I've never really videotaped myself cooking before, but I do want to show you a couple of things. So first off, I want to show you that I have the ribs here sitting right there in the sink. I've already rinsed them off and everything, so they're all awesome and delicious. And then if we just take a peek over here, this is where you're going to see that I have, I've got a cup of brown sugar, I've got 2 capfuls of garlic, 2 capfuls of seasoned salt, and a teaspoon of black pepper, and I've also got 4 tablespoons of the honey apple grill barbecue sauce. Now, I've also sprayed Pam on the inside of my crock pot. Another way to keep your ribs from sticking to the bottom is to slice an onion and just place it in the bottom so that it keeps your ribs up off the bottom. Okay? So that is the first step, and I'm hoping that I can figure out how to turn this around. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to take these racks of ribs and I'm going to set them into this pan. Okay, and I'm going to take the bowl of seasonings that I had as well as the barbecue sauce and just mix that all together. And this is going to look super gross, but honestly it's going to be more gross in a second, so no big deal. But we want to mix that all together and get it nice and crumbly. And I did let my ribs sit in the pan, in the strainer for about 15 minutes to really keep them from being wet because I find that the seasonings don't stick as well when they're super soaking wet. So just as a little tip for you, squish up all the little chunks of brown sugar and whatnot. Okay, then you're going to take it and you're going to take a handful, looks really gross, and you're going to just slather that on there. And I'll show you how it looks as soon as I get my hands cleaned off again. But we want to just put that onto both sides of both racks of ribs. And really just rub it in there. Just kind of like you're giving your husband a back massage. Yeah, rub it right in there. Oops, I lost some. Okay. Rubbing it in, which is awesome. This is going to be so delicious. And this is just the perfect amount of seasoning. So you've got garlic, you've got seasoned salt, you've got a little bit of black pepper, and just a touch of barbecue sauce. And you really don't want to go overboard on that barbecue sauce. And you can actually collect all the extra sauce that just gooped down into the bottom of the pan as you were rubbing it in, and grab that and rub that into the ribs as well. So it kind of looks like this when it's all mushy and yucky. And I'm going to put that in there, throw that in the sink, rub it all in, rub it. Don't forget the sides, okay, because everybody always does the top and the bottom and they forget the sides of the ribs. And don't hurt yourself because these little puppies are sharp. Okay. So now you can see how they're beautiful and seasoned and absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to bring the crock pot closer so I don't drop my seasonings all over the countertop. Okay. And I'm going to put those sideways, so kind of standing up on their end, like this. I find it keeps a lot of the seasoning that way and all the sauce. Then I'm going to collect all the barbecue sauce and seasoning that fell off the ribs as I was lifting them, and put that in the pan right over the top, and just again rub it all in. Your hands are going to be gorgeous. Think of it as a loofah. You know, you got all that garlic and seasoned salt and barbecue sauce and everything. Just look at it like a loofah sponge. You're getting a great massage on your hands. And I'll wash those better in just a second, but the next step, in order for you to get your ribs all nice and yummy and delicious and caramelized from all that brown sugar, is my favorite, Coke. A lot of people have those every time I cook with wine, the food is better, or sometimes I cook with wine, sometimes I even put it in the food. This is me with the Coke. So you want to put in a cap full of Coke. Now be mindful not to just chuck that over the top of the ribs, because you're going to wash off all the seasoning you just put on there. And that's a bummer. Okay? So again, wash my hands. Lots of yummy soap, and I've got seasoned salt and garlic under my fingers. So let me just dry my hands and I'll give you a quick peek so you can see what it looks like before I turn it on and let it go. You can see how they look delicious, and you probably can hear the Coke bubbling in there. But we are well on our way to an amazing dinner of the most awesome ribs I've ever had. I won't even eat them in a restaurant anymore because these are so fantastic. Now these ribs we make when we do the Crock-Pot Freezer Meal Workshop. And it's a lot of fun because you walk away with 10 fully done meals in about 90 minutes. So if you'd like to make these, I'd love to show you how. Have a great day.